Hello and good evening. This is QTV News with me, Mamudu Gajaga, and we are coming to you live from our studios on Caraba Avenue. Thank you for joining us. First, we look at the headlines that we have for you tonight. Preparations are underway for the inauguration of President-elect Adama Barrow on the 19th of January at the Independence Stadium in Bakau. Following the unavailability of bread at stores and shops within the Greater Banjul area, the Gambia Bakery Owners Association tell us the reason behind the shortage. The Gambia Maritime Administration, GMA, for the first time on Wednesday, presented its draft strategic plan 2022 to 2026 to relevant stakeholders. And in business news, the Gambia Chamber of Commerce and Industry on Wednesday launched the 15th edition of the Trade Fair Gambia International, due to begin next month. And in sports news, we bring you more reactions to the Gambia's victory in their debut Africa Cup of Nations appearance against Mauritania on Wednesday. Those were the main news headlines, and now the news in detail. Welcome and thank you very much if you're just joining us. This is QTV News. Preparations are underway for the inauguration of President-elect Adama Barrow on the 19th of January at the Independence Stadium in Bakau, following his December 4th presidential election victory. Ali Usise visited the stadium where the personnel of the security are having their parade rehearsals, and he now reports.
With barely less than a week to the inauguration of President-elect Adama Barrow on the 19th of this month here at the Independence Stadium in Bakau, personnel of the armed and security are here having their rehearsal ahead of that important occasion. The parade by this personnel is going to be the major highlights of that event on the 19th of this month here at the stadium in Bakau. President Barrow was elected on the 4th of December when Gambians went to the polls to elect their president for the next 5 years. The occasion is expected to be graced by thousands, including foreign leaders, as President Barrow gets sworn in for his second mandate as President of the Gambia. He was re-elected with 53% of the vote on December 4, 2021. A coalition of local election observers and international observers endorsed the election as free and fair, despite a rejection of the result by the United Democratic Party, who polled 27.7% of the votes. Speaking to QTV on the sidelines of the rehearsal on Thursday, Captain Malik Sanyang, spokesperson of the Gambia Armed Forces, said he is impressed with the level of parade preparation by the personnel of the sister security units.
So far, so good. My assessment could only be described as one that is befitting. In the military, we believe that proper preparations is always essential to ensuring that the outcome of any event that we may venture into is achieved to its peak, and this one is no exception. We are going to make sure that we perform to the best of our ability. This is something that is akin to us, if you like, routine to the armed and security services. Nonetheless, it's always very, very important to do enough rehearsals to make sure that the day becomes successful.
At the Friendship Hostel in Bakau, cultural groups are also finalizing preparations to provide entertainment befitting the gathering. A choral symphony orchestra comprising 21 choral players and a national ensemble of 50 cultural melange of different cultural components of the Gambia are putting their acts together. Sheikh Umar Jallo, Director of Creative Performing Arts at the National Center for Arts and Culture, said their assignment is to reconcile the Gambia's diverse cultures through entertainment.
And what we are doing here is we have brought in various cultures. The Mandinka with their traditional instruments and drums, the Jola, the Fula, the Sarahule, the Serer, the Manjago, all of them that are prominent, tribes in the Gambia. And then we are chronorizing one musical song that represents the Gambia. And they are all singing in one song, and that's what we are doing here, so as to give that we have cultural diversity, but we have one in unity, and the Gambia actually is number one.
coordinating committee is urging the public to cooperate with the security services for a successful event. President Barrow was first elected president of the Gambia in 2016, ending the 22-year rule of former President Yahya Jammeh. Reporting for QTV News, I am Aliou Cisse.
Now, following the unavailability of bread at stores and shops within the Greater Banjul area, members of the Gambia Bakery Owners Association on Wednesday revealed that the recent scarcity of bread should be blamed on the unavailability of flour. They also debunk reports that they are on strike. More in this report.
Residing within the Greater Banjul area have since Monday complained about the lack of bread in stores, with many blaming bakery owners. Some even claim that bakery owners are refusing to bake bread as a ploy to increase the price of bread. However, members of the Gambia Bakery Owners Association have debunked those claims and clarified that the unavailability of bread is because of the lack of flour. They claim flour factory owners told them that there is a scarcity of flour in the country. Sidiki Sankano is a member of the Bakery Owners Association, and he reiterates that they are not on strike.
We are not striking. We are hoping the factory will come to the table with a reasonable price for us to buy the flour and make the bread and sell the bread, the $7 that we used to sell for all these years. And I'm telling the Gambian population that because we are Gambians. We know how it is in the Gambia. So we do not want no increase in prices, and we're not striking.
He also says that the price of bread is likely to increase if flour factory owners refuse to reduce the price of flour, adding that there are indications that the price of flour may be increased.
We do not know. It depends on what the factory price rate is. So if they come up to us, they say they're going to increase for 30%. We don't have no choice but to increase for 30%. If they come down 10%, like I said, everything is in, the ball is in their court. If they come down with a reasonable price that we can sell bread and make a profit, then we'll sell at $7. But if they come up with a crazy price that we cannot afford, so it's going to be impossible for us to sell it at $7.
Meanwhile, Sankano calls on the government to intervene.
Sure, if the factory comes to the table with a good price, everything will be normal. But if they don't come, we'll go back and forth because we do not want to increase. Let's say we go down to them and say, okay, look, this is what we want. They said no. Then we don't have a choice. But we will try and go back and forth with them till they give us what we want so we can have the price at $7. Like they had it, the government probably had it for this couple of years.
In August, some bakers in Farafenya and Jarasoma increased the price of bread from $7 to $10, blaming it on a lack of profit due to the increase in the bag of flour by producers. When a similar bread scarcity occurred in December 2021, flour mill owners denied that they had increased the price of flour. It is uncertain when this problem will be resolved, and while we have not received any official communication from government and the flour factory owners, Gambians continue to bemoan the lack of what is a staple food. Ansmane Sonyasi for QTV News.
Well, please bake bread. We need tapalapa, we need senfur, we need adamsa, we need sweet bread. Still, the news continues. The Gambia Maritime Administration, GMA, for the first time on Wednesday, presented its draft strategic plan 2022 to 2026 to relevant stakeholders. Lola M. Kamara has the rest of that story.
Strategic planning is a management technique to help organizations or institutions set future objectives to achieve more stable and predictable growth. This 5-year strategic document is expected to facilitate the implementation of strategic programs for the maritime industry. The GMA started operations in 2009-2010 and is a regulatory body responsible for any activity that takes place within the Gambia's maritime zone and beyond. Karamo Bakari Jane, the Director General of GMA, said it has taken a long time for the industry to get to this stage and points out the importance of having this strategic document.
If you don't have a strategic plan, you are just wallowing inside muddy water. You are doing more of what you call firefighting. To prevent those things, you should be able to plan your activities weekly, daily, monthly, quarterly, yearly for a period of 5 years. That's why a strategic plan is very important. It is a catalyst for a success for any institution. It's a condition that you should fulfill to have a strategic plan so that it will guide you what you intend to do. Without that, you will have a problem. You are bound to fail. Without planning, you will just go in front and back. You will fail.
The GMA DG stated that the management of the Maritime Administration need to operate collaboratively and effectively.
We believe in working as a team. Our slogan is "We are together, and together we are stronger." If you remember Father Forbes, last week or so, he was talking about Usain Bolt running 9-point-something seconds as an individual. He is the world's fastest runner. When they came together as four in a relay team, they ran 9 points, a little bit less than that. That means with teamwork, you are stronger than working alone. So we believe that once this strategic plan is developed, that's why we call all the relevant stakeholders to come in, make their comments, so that the strategic plan is not only for GMA.
Momodu S. Musa, GMA board chairman, stated that the strategic document will provide a roadmap for the institution's growth and a fulfillment of its mandate to the nation.
The 2022 to 2026 strategic plan provides the administration direction for the next 5 years as it strives to meet the challenges and changes facing the maritime industry, the government, the Gambia government, and the economic and national security of the nation. In recognition of government's commitment to good governance, effective and efficient service delivery, the strategic plan sets out anticipated activities that would address the issues highlighted above, and the board will place at the disposal of management adequate resources and leadership to successful attainment of this. Once approved, the validated document will be the working tool for the Gambia Maritime Administration for the next 5 years. For QTV News, Lolly M. Kamara.
That report by Lolly M. Kamara takes us to a commercial break, and when we return, we still have some more local business news and sports news for you. Do stay tuned.
Now, with Aji Bank, you can make your vehicle number plate payments without any hassle. Walk into any of our bank branches or agencies located at Banjul, New Josuang, Karaba Avenue, Bakote, Tranquil Brusubi, Brikama, Basse, Farafenye, Numuyel or Garawal. Your number plate payments now made easy with Aji Bank. For more information, please call us on 422-8405 or 377-5811. Aji Bank, your investment partner.
Looking for the fastest and easiest way to receive money transfers from abroad? Well, QMoney and RIA just made it happen. Now you can receive international money transfer from RIA directly into your QMoney account with no additional cost. Once you receive an SMS alert about your transfer, walk into any QMoney agent across the country to receive your payment for free, or use the money immediately to buy credit, QPower, and other QMoney services. It's fast, safe, and convenient. For more info, call customer care on 133. QMoney, Sunu Kalpe. Terms and conditions apply.
The light at the end of the tunnel, and my technology is the answer. I am the happiness in your life. I keep you connected, and I am QPower. I am QCell. I am Sunubus. We innovate, others follow. Call 111 for more information.
Welcome back, and thank you very much if you're just joining us. This is QTV News. A fire on Tuesday consumed at least 5 apartments in Bakote Bohol, leaving 5 families homeless. The cause of the fire is not known, but victims suspect it might be because of an electrical wiring failure. Babakar C has the details.
5 families who once resided in this house are currently homeless after the inferno consumed the entire building on Tuesday evening. The cause of the fire is still unknown, but it started in the first apartment, and before the arrival of the fire service, everything was burnt. Idi Jallo, in whose room the fire started, thanked God that no lives were lost, but said everything they had perished in the fire.
Li xew fi de mom courant bi mo mass bilay nek bi yeb laka ak sun bagage yeb dara gennut fi nak waaw dara gennut nak wa ken deewul nak alhamdulillah rabbil alamin.
There was an electrical failure and my room caught fire and it went on to consume the entire line house. I thank God that there were no casualties, but our belongings are all gone. I am a contractor by profession and the little money I earned, about $15,000 is, and all other belongings were consumed by the fire. I am staying with 2 of my wives and children, but as we speak, all we are left with are the clothes we are wearing. We are calling for support from anyone that can help in cash or kind. Seiduba, another victim who lived in one of the apartments, said he was in Serekunda when the fire started. Before he arrived, the fire had consumed everything.
ñi ko fekkee naa ñu ne courant moo maas si post nekk fi ngeen njëkkee caméra ñu ne courant bi foofu la maasee so balaa ñu ko doon yéeg parce que keneen ki fekkee mu ngi julli fi timis moom balaa mu yéeg dafa gëstu rek ci safara bi fekkee taal na saal bi.
Those who witnessed it said the fire was caused by an electric spark and one of them was praying outside, but when he turned around, the fire had already gone while in the first apartment. Before I came, I found the fire burning down all the apartments. The neighbors came in numbers to help, but there was no water, so it was difficult to put out the fire. The fire service also came too late to save our properties. Maria Maconte occupied one of the apartments with her husband and children. She told us that more than 4 young girls in grade 12 have lost their books and uniforms and called on the public for urgent support for the girls to be able to complete their schooling.
Sen kayti yeb dal la kana fofu non ñenenti nit ñoo doon def gira 12 wa kale gira 11 la gira revil la nekkon wa kale mom 7 la nekkon kale mu ngi fo wa ñam ñoo la kale fi.
All their books and learning materials are consumed by the fire. We have 4 young girls in grade 12 and another one in grade 7 and 4. They have lost everything as we could not contain the fire. The neighbors did all they could, but the fire was too much to be contained, and therefore, before the arrival of the fire service, everything perished.
The families are calling on the government, the private sector, philanthropists or kind-hearted individuals to come to their aid, and thankful to their neighbors and the landlord for the support they've received so far. Babu Karsi, QTV News.
That report by Babu Karsi takes us to business news. The Gambia Chamber of Commerce and Industry on Wednesday launched the 15th edition of the Trade Fair Gambia International to be held from the 26th of February to the 20th of March 2022. Omar Pijalo reports.
This year's trade fair will be held at the GCCI purpose-built National Trade Fair grounds in Bijilo for the first time. The theme for the 15th edition is Accelerating Intra-Africa Trade for the realization of AFCFTA through innovation. In her launching statement, Sarata Konate, the acting chief executive officer of the GCCI, says the event will promote economic growth and prosperity through cross-border trade and free movement amongst the participants.
We are so looking forward to this year's edition. We are trying everything that we can to make it ready and purposeful for you so that your objectives are met in terms of networking further, in terms of making sales, in terms of visibility, in terms of really showcasing Gambia, made in Gambia as well.
The chairman of the GCCI Trade Fair, Bajara Jabi, reveals that they were able to secure a grant from the African Development Bank for additional 180 tents and that they are expecting to record over 450 participants from the ECOWAS region, Europe and Asia.
GCCI is committed to ensuring ease of access to the market, creating network opportunities and visibility for SMEs and entrepreneurs in the continent. Furthermore, we support youth and women empowerment through skills development and creation of business opportunities for young entrepreneurs. Over the past years, GCCI has conducted several training for young entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs membership skills, cutting across all sectors. In previous trade fairs, a youth pavilion was created with support from the Youth Empowerment Project, YEP. To promote young entrepreneurs' participation, GCCI remains and will continue to support young entrepreneurs to exhibiting their full potential, thereby contributing their quota to national and economic development of the nation.
Patricia Mboj, the CEO of Gambia Women's Chamber of Commerce, shares her expectations ahead of the trade fair. Madam Boyd calls for the public to come out and support the event.
And my expectation is that we will be well settled this time, because this is a purpose-built trade fair ground, and we will be able to expose our wares and do our business even much better, because we are in an area that is well suited for the activity that we're going to participate in.
The GCCI endeavors to deliver to expectation and customer satisfaction in this year's trade fair. The entry fee for adults is $40 and $20 for children. Reporting for QTV News, I am Omar P. Jallo.
Now, coming up next is sports news. The Gambia's victory in their debut Africa Cup of Nations against Mauritania on Wednesday was a joyful moment for many, including the players, the fans and officials. Well, I've been monitoring the team, watched their match, and this is the report. Huge celebrations ensued after Abdoulaye Diallo's superb strike in the 10th minute, which proved to be the winner against Mauritania. Afterwards, for the Scorpion players in the changing room at the Limbe Omnisport Stadium, it was a party scene.
I was so happy because it was our first experience to play AFCON. So with the win, I think it will, boost our moral up to face the next game. We play with instruction because the coach said that we just stick and just defend. When we have the ball, we attack. That's what we do. So and which it helps a lot. It was difficult, defending the whole 90 minutes, but thank God we have a victory, which is so nice. It is my dream to play AFCON. It's my dream. So this win will just tell me to work hard, to keep working hard to make things better in future.
Does this signify that you give more problems to Mali and Tunisia, who you are yet to play? Yeah, exactly. I think with this game, I think our opponent, they will be ready for us. Maybe I don't know how they approach us, but I think it's going to be difficult. Yeah. What do you have for the Gambian people? I think I want to say thank you for the Gambia. Like everyone who is watching. I just want to say thank you to everyone for the support, for the love they have for the team.
We want to make each and every one of you proud, and we will make sure we continue to the next games, to make sure that we raise the Gambian flag higher in the sky. Yeah. Obviously, we had a lot of chances to score, but we couldn't capitalize on those chances. I think this is going to be crucial for the next games. If we can score chances, then we can relax better in the game. Maybe we can improve on that, and moreover to keep the ball as well. But it's the first game. We are still new in the competition, but yeah, we take every game one step at a time. It's a teamwork, when the strikers, the midfielders, they defend well, then it's easier for us as well. So I wouldn't say it's only me or the goalkeeper or whatsoever, but it's the whole team. When we work together, we achieve our goal. We will always have a clean sheet as far as we work together, and this is the most important thing. Teamwork is everything. So we are not scared of no team here, because we have a teamwork. We have a big group here.
Fans descended on Westfield to celebrate their team's dream AFCON debut, a manifestation of the notion that football unites people of different ages, backgrounds, walks of life and religions. The Gambia sits joint top of Group F with Mali, who earlier defeated Tunisia 1-0 in a match marred by refereeing drama. Zambian referee Gianni Zigakwe ended the game twice in the 85th and the 89th minute 47 seconds when it wasn't time yet. It was later reported that the referee was taken to hospital suffering from heat stroke and dehydration. African Football Authority (CAF) issued a press release saying it was looking into Tunisia's formal request for the match to be replayed. All three matches ended 1-0. with Ivory Coast being the other victorious team in their match against Equatorial Guinea. Omudu Gachaga, QTV News. And we want to say thank you to the Gambian media team, that's the sports press in Cameroon, for getting us those audios, the reaction of the two players, James Gomez and Omar Colley. Before we end this news bulletin, let's have a look at our main news headlines. Preparations are underway for the inauguration of President-elect Adama Barrow on the 19th of January at the Independence Stadium in Bakau. Following the unavailability of bread at stores and shops within the Greater Banjul area, the Gambia Bakery Owners Association tells us the reason behind the shortage. The Gambia Maritime Administration GMA for the first time on Wednesday presented its draft strategic plan 2022 to 2026 to relevant stakeholders. In business news, the Gambia Chamber of Commerce and Industry on Wednesday launched the 15th edition of the Trade Fair Gambia International to begin next month. And in sports news, we brought to you more reactions of the Gambia's victory in their debut Africa Cup of Nations match against Mauritania on Wednesday. Well, that's it for QTV News tonight, but join us again at 10 for another bulletin.